So, firstly, I did not commit any crimes to warrant what happened to me that night. Second, it was a winter evening and I couldn't sleep, roughly 9:30 p.m. In one direction a mile away was a town center with a grocery store, fast food restaurant, sit-down restaurants, a library, a Starbucks and more. In the other direction there was a park. I didn't have a piece, so I put two holes in an apple, put some crushed up weed in one end, and walked the other direction towards the park. I smoked weed at the park. Mind you, weed was legal now. It was around, I think, it was late 2017 or early 2018. Smoking in public was a gray area, but literally everyone did it. I mean, there was leftover weed at the park all the time. So after I finished smoking weed, I continued in a circle direction around my house with the intent to loop around and eventually end up back at my house. I walked on the main road that would have led directly to the town center had I continued forward, and if I would have gone left at a certain point, it would have led towards my neighborhood. So I continued walking down the main road, and all of a sudden, Fuck the Police by NWA starts playing. That's one of my favorite songs, so I start listening to Fuck the Police. And immediately after that song starts, it's probably about 15 seconds in, about 2 miles from the town center, I see a K9 unit and three police officers walking them, all very portly, fat men and women, walking on the opposite side of the street. And I thought to myself, they're coming my direction. And I thought to myself, smoking weed isn't illegal and I commit no crime. I have no business talking to them. But they looked like they were intent on arresting me that night. I don't want to confront the police, so I turned left into a neighborhood that was near my home and would lead towards my house. I start walking up it's a hill that goes up, and I start walking up the hill when the canine unit starts following me. And I hear them shout, "Stop right there! Stop right now! Stop!" And they start yelling at me to stop. This big fat man and this really fat woman. They're both very fat people that are just yelling at me to stop right there. They're yelling at me to stop. I turn around at them, and I'm in my fuck the police mentality, and I scream at them, "I didn't do anything." I continue walking with the dogs barking at me. They're just barking at me, and I'm thinking, oh man, I got this apple full of ashed weed out. Like, I know it's not a crime to have this, but they obviously are looking for a reason to stop me, and if they search me and find this, even though like statewide it's legal, they'll probably make a big deal about it. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna go to jail for having weed tonight. But I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not gonna stop to talk to them. My adrenaline is rushing, and I'm feeling like these dogs are about to start attacking me. The dogs are barking so loudly I can barely hear my music, and I start running towards my home. And I'm running straight, and as I'm running straight, a sheriff's SUV with sirens blazing comes my direction. I'm like, holy shit, now there's a sheriff chasing me. Like, it's like there's nowhere to do, but nothing to do. So I come to another three-way intersection, and I take a right into into the other adjacent neighborhood, and I'm walking down this pathway with homes on either side, and another street that's another three-way intersection. And so I turn right into that road, and I'm headed down that road when another sheriff SUV with sirens blazing goes down the direction I'm now headed, and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? I haven't done anything. Why are there so many police after me right now? And I'm like super concerned that I'm about to get attacked by the canine unit, because now there's a canine unit behind me to my right, a sheriff behind me to my left, and a sheriff in front of me. And I don't know how many cops are in the sheriff SUVs. There could be multiple cops right now, but now all of the police are focused on me. My heart is palpitating. I'm like, holy shit, I did this so that I could sleep better at night because I was having trouble getting to bed. I'm like, all the adrenaline is rushing through me, and I'm like, holy shit, am I gonna make it home tonight? Like, what is going on? Why are there so many police like interested in me right now? Then all of a sudden, as I'm walking towards the sheriff that was in front of me when I took a right in the three-way intersection, like the dog barking starts getting quieter, the sirens are turned off, and I'm like, there's a huge lull of silence, like, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like the cop didn't turn my direction when I was facing him. The cop that was neither of the cops turned my direction in the SUV. So I was like, what is going on? Why did the cops just disappear? So I go home and I walk the rest of the way home. It's about like a quarter mile till I'm home. I walk through the neighborhood. I go home. I walk in the door. My mom's asleep, but I wake her up and I hug her and I tell her I love her, that I just had the canine unit like almost sicked on me for no reason. I don't know what it is I did. Like, I'm really worried, but I let her know that like the cops are super interested in me right now. And if I go to jail tonight, not to be surprised. So I go to bed. I'm able to get to sleep because now I'm super stoned and super paranoid because weed like makes you super paranoid. So to put that on top of the fact that I literally just outran a canine unit, I had a hard time getting to sleep that night. But anyway, I woke up the following morning and I go downstairs and I pour myself breakfast, and mom comes downstairs and she's like, Robin, what happened last night is a man at the town center got stabbed and the police were looking for the killer and they just so happened to find him shortly around the time you got home. So basically what happened was around the time I took a right in that three-way intersection, they got a call that they found the killer, and everybody like left me alone at that point. So basically, I almost had the canine unit staff sicked on me for not doing anything at all. Like nothing at all. I thought I was going to be a victim of police brutality that night. Like that guy that was like yelling at me in the canine unit, he wanted to stop me. He wanted me to go to jail. I guarantee you that officer was pissed off that he got the wrong man. And like I worry about that all the time, that the police are going to kill me over a crime I never commit, because like an incident like that made me terrified of the police. I have multiple units chasing me, demanding I stop, and I hadn't committed a crime at all. And then they found the dude shortly after they were demanding I stop, which was just a waste of everyone's time. And I'm like so glad I didn't speak to the police that night, because there's no way they would have treated me kindly. They wanted me in jail that night, and I didn't do anything. But the cops are attracted to me like flies on shit, and it's just another reminder not to talk to the police, because if I would have said something and the cop would have misconstrued what I said, because cops tend to misconstrue what people say because it helps them fill their quota, like I would have been sitting in jail cell until they found the actual killer. And like I mean, even if the charges were cleared, it's never good for your record to be arrested for something like that. And I was so terrified of the police force because I did nothing wrong, and they were still like on my ass demanding it. But it makes me wonder what would have happened had they not found the killer in that exact moment where I turned right into the three-way intersection, and like they all just disappeared momentarily after. Like, what would have happened? Like, would they have still continued to come after me? And that is why I'm terrified and don't trust the police, because they had no reason to be detaining me at that moment. I was 2 miles the opposite direction of where they found the killer. They went the wrong way, and they were just pursuing me ruthlessly and with no cause. And I was just an innocent bystander, and it terrifies me to this day. I am still traumatized to think that I outran a canine unit.